The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. In this game, we'll see the Phoenix Suns against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is just as dedicated to his craft as you are at yours, but it's off the court where he says he's been on a search, pushing my limits, the flow of life, the people I meet, the environment I want to live in. All that stuff fulfills me more than anything. Kevin, the game of basketball opens so many doors for him to search.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Here's Rubio. Saric outside. Back to Rubio. Here's Ayton. Rebounded by the Nets.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Rubio with it. Pass to Oubre. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And it's sent back by Allen. And that one's good, Ayton. About a minute played so far here in the first.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
Irving surveying the floor. Durant kicks to Allen.
Could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. When they came into that house, it was defended. Ayton gets there. He's got a big opportunity.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
Irving passes to Allen. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. Here's KD. Not enough on that one as it misses. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio dishes to Booker. Inside, Saric. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
A difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Kevin Durant. Prince is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skill.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Now, here's Bridges. Back to Carter from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Nets trail by 7. Outside Irving. Prince kicks to Jordan. Back to Prince. They need this. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the night.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
He always has this feeling that Taurean Prince is DeMarre Carroll 2.0 for this club. Good size, big frame, capable defender, but each year taking some strides on the offensive end to become more and more dangerous.
And both free throws good for Prince. Phoenix leading by 5. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jerome. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Outside Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's the Phoenix Suns bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Nets trail by 7. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Irving at the point. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Chandler, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 to shoot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Prince. Johnson, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. And both free throws good for Prince. Suns leading by 5. Jerome passes to Bridges. Johnson with it. Now Carter. Pass to Jerome. Those three-pointers off the mark. Irving from long range. Rebound by the Suns.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here is Bridges. Yep, that one goes.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Well, recent years have seen the Suns hit and miss in the draft. You can count Mikal Bridges among one of those hits. They traded up to get him in 2018. And what he's provided and the potential that he still has, they don't have any regrets with that one.
And here's Phoenix. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Here's Jerome, covered by Irving. You go back to draft night, and Bridges drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, where his mother was employed. The elation. And then, Brent, word of a trade.
Yes, the old awkward moment where you have to change hats during the draft. You know, the Suns valued him highly, and the Sixers maybe had some second thoughts, or the deal was already worked out, but still waiting for the payoff on the Sixers' end as Zaire Smith is trying to find his way onto the court.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Wilson Chandler. Karis LeVert's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Booker. Here's Ayton. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Ayton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Passes to LeVert. Down low, Allen. And the rejection by Ayton.
Oh, man, it's 7-1. Not a good idea to challenge Ayton there.
A nice shot by Booker.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The pass to LeVert. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Rubio against Dinwiddie. And the rejection by Ayton. LeVert from outside. And the three ball is good. LeVert's got 5 points so far.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
To the inside, stolen by Allen. Harris looking it over. KD on the wing. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Here's Oubre, and it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Suns leading by 6. Oubre on the wing. Drills it from outside.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket in this one. Booker against Harris. Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. He kicks it to Rubio. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Phoenix came ready to play. Amped up and ready off the tip. They immediately went on an 11-4 run. And their lead was 7 when they reached the end of the first quarter. Moving on to quarter number 2, the intensity escalated, but the margin remained the same as they finished the half still up by 7. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
You have to love how they're using their heads tonight. Good ball movement, smart shots. Look, it's been a disciplined performance. The coaching staff has to be thrilled.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Well, after the field goal to finish they allowed in the first half, it's time for them to get tough. That's right, tough. If they're going to stay in this game, they'll need to turn this into a street fight. Get physical. Let some elbows go. Yes, let them go. And guys know they're going to be no more easy baskets in here. Let them know that.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nets trail by 7. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Now, here's Oubre after the miss from KD. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oubre right there, just not afraid to take it at the defense.
And the self-described Tsunami Poppy. Kelly Oubre used to call himself the Wave, but as he grows, so too does the nickname.
Well, the wave for him is a metaphor for his life's approach.
Shoot
the energy that you put out coming back. And Kelly Oubre is the kind of guy who's looking to attack with force and fury. So that kind of ebb and flow is helping out his NBA career.
Free throw, good, Oubre.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action, we'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
And both free throws good for Oubre. And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes, 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G8, do you think that low could have contributed to his injury?
Well, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017, and perhaps some questions for the Suns training set.
Now Booker following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Allen with the rebound. Nets trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ayton against Dinwiddie. Here's Allen. And stolen by Booker. Rubio against Irving. Saric right side. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. The 3 from KD. The shot comes out. Now the Suns take it the other way. Oubre left side. Rubio outside. Pass to Ayton. shoots over LeVert. They grab their own miss and block. That one goes careening off the glass. Rubio misses.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Now, here is Irving. Outside for Durant. Count the basket.
Well, coming off the pick and roll with that length, KD makes so many good decisions.
And the Suns call time here. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Chandler comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Taurean Prince in for LeVert. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Saric. Mikal Bridges checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Booker. He's got 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker.
And Bones, Devin Booker capable of big nights. One of just a few players with multiple games of at least 59 points.
Well, he's always looking to put pressure on the defense, and he's got such a wide array of skills. Not only shooting the basketball, but has shown off more of his patience and playmaking ability as he moves through his career.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Harris dishes to Irving. Fires from the line. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Now here's Johnson. No points in the game yet for him. Knocked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. .58 seconds left to play here in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Carter kicks to Baines. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Harris with it. Prince outside. Dishes it to Irving. It's good from long range. Now just a 2-point Suns lead.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
Here's Carter. Plays it up and banks it in. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Irving kicks to Harris. It's stolen by Carter. Fast break, here come the Suns. Carter leading the charge. He gets it in there. And we've reached the end of the third. Phoenix ahead. They're up by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Suns leading by 6. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Joe Harris is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Kaminsky misses. Here's Irving. The 3 ball. Carter pulls it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jordan against Rubio. And Jordan sends it back.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
Carter against Harris. Carter, the pass to Bridges. Up top, Baines. 6 on the shot clock. Carter outside. From deep three-point range. And the Suns miss again. Carter against Irving. That shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Bridges dishes to Kaminsky, and it goes down 2 points. Kaminsky's got his first bucket of the night.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
So for the Nets, Allen's checked in for Jordan. Harris LeVert comes in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Sharch comes in for Kaminsky. Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Booker in for Carter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
And the rejection by Ayton. Over Ayton. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Durant.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes, Durant staying cool in a clutch moment.
Booker looking around. Fires at the elbow. Bucket is good. And the Suns lead by 4.
That's got to feel good. A guy who can score, stepping up and hitting buckets, as important as that one.
Outside Durant. 1:12 left in the fourth. Suns leading by 4. Sharch right side. And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Booker. Another shot. Yes!
And how about that? Ayton is stepping up, wanting the pressure.
30 seconds left in the game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 4. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ricky Rubio.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. The jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Dinwiddie's shot is off, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
That's his first personal foul. At the line of the Suns, Ricky Rubio. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Way back in 2009, Ricky Rubio was drafted. There was so much talk about him being the Spanish version of Pistol Pete. He's had a remarkable career. Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
And on the way from Irving for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. And an intentional foul right there.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Shooting for Phoenix, Ricky Rubio. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. From deep. Not going to go that time. So the Suns win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.